Now, there are some herbalism gold farms that are rarely talked about, yet they can yield some amazing gold. So today we'll be exploring the Heart Blossom multi-farm. Let us begin. Okay, so today let's check out Heart Blossom and Elementium multi-farm within the zone of Uldum. You can get to this by going to the Earthen Ring within your capital city, and therefore be able to get to Deepholm. Located within Deepholm, what we'll be wanting to do is pull up our Worth It recorder and reset it. What you're going to be wanting to do is therefore go all the way over towards your multi-farms and find your Heart Blossom gold farm. You can import the route from Worth It, or failing that, if you do not want to use Worth It for your gold farming session, then you can find the importable route within my Discord under the library of routes that we have for gold farmers, just for ease of use, so we can get our routes, start farming and get started. What we'll be wanting to do is fly around the zone in pretty much a circular shape fashion, picking up all of the materials that we need to gather. I would highly recommend using the Dark Moon Firewater Potion, as this increases your gold farming speed, thus your gathering speeds, so you'll be able to pick up more items for your time invested and therefore be able to get more gold per hour. I highly recommend this potion to pretty much every gold farmer, and I would also, in addition to this, recommend either being a druid or having the Sky Golem mount, as it means that you can pick up herb without dismounting from your farming session. This just makes things a hell of a lot easier for you guys in order to gold farm this area, and you'll be able to pick up quite a good chunk of materials as and when you actually do your farming session. The only thing of note that I will actually suggest is you're going to be having a lot of vertical inclines when you're in Deepholm. I don't know why I keep getting it confused with Uldum. I am very much aware I keep saying Uldum instead of Deepholm. At the end of the day, we're in Deepholm, we're farming. It's a very good gold farm overall. In addition to this, I would actually recommend using an alchemist when you're actually crafting, as you can take this a step further. You can always use the materials to create true gold, and with your 20% proc from Transmutation Master, you can produce more materials from this. However, you are also able to produce quite a lot more with being an elixir master and using the materials sourced in order to create the Flask of Winds and the Flask of Titanic Strength, which it derives most of its value from being used in the creation of the Vial of the Sands mount, and thus this is why this gold farm goes for such a high amount of gold. Heart Blossom, however, I would actually recommend to go alongside this is by milling this with your scribe in order to create an easy amount of the respective inks from Cataclysm, and thus either selling the inks on the auction house or even taking it even more further and using it to craft the glyphs in order to sell on the auction house for a lot more gold. And to be quite frank, glyphs sell faster than the inks themselves, and I would highly recommend that method overall. Multi-farming is the key to gaining quite a lot of materials. That is the combination of herbalism and mining, and thus I would recommend doing this. In addition to this, if we go in towards Worth It and going towards the multi-farm in question, Worth It has an estimation of that you will get roughly 120 Elementium ore, 102 obsidian ore, 336 Heart Blossom, 66 Cinder Bloom, as well as a variety of different types of gems like Nightstone and Jasper, and also the volatiles that sell very, very well, which is 132 volatile life, 12 volatile earth and 12 volatile fire. And in conjunction with this overall sell rate is really good for this gold farm overall. Bear in mind, these are estimations from Worth It, from real life gold farmers who have actually gone out of their way to get hold of the relevant information, and we find a baseline average from using all of this data, so you guys can know that other people have done this gold farm. They have the averages, it has the estimations. You go, you do it, you get your gold, and then you continue with your gold farm. Overall, I would also like to state that Void, my game that has now just been released on Steam, check it out, literally is the price of a cup of coffee, so help my coffee addiction when it comes towards Costa, and possibly, just maybe, I can get to like 100 cups of coffee a day. Other than that, guys, have a wonderful rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.